Hello, everyone. This is the Crimson Cure, welcoming you to the Crimson Tower, a place where we keep a feminine foot on the neck of the gynocracy, feminism, and black male misandry. So go ahead, pull up a chair, stay a while, and listen.
For over 2 decades, we focused on one philosophy, the 10 life values. A system that helps us examine our lives, our vision, our leadership. Our products and our services are exclusively for men, all men. The ones who teach and mentor our kids, maintain our livestock and grow our food, make and repair our products, saves us from catastrophe, and protect our nation. The 10 life values are woven into every product and service we create. Because at the end of the day, our vision is to see all men from every community equipped with the appropriate processes and the necessary tools to be excellent fathers and the best version of themselves they can be.
Hello there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what are we talking about today? I have yet another article to read. I'm going to read this article, and then I'm going to come back with my commentary. So let me go ahead and share. Okay, so NFL's Richard Sherman deeply remorseful after arrest. Former Seattle Seahawk and San Francisco 49ers star Richard Sherman said Friday that he is deeply remorseful following his arrest on accusations of drunkenly crashing his SUV in a construction zone and trying to break into his in-laws' suburban Seattle home this week. Sherman tweeted a statement before appearing in court and pleading not guilty to drunk driving, criminal trespassing, resisting arrest, and other charges. I behave in a manner I am not proud of, Sherman said. I have been dealing with some personal challenges over the last several months, but that is not an excuse for how I acted. The importance of mental and emotional health is extremely real, and I vow to get the help I need. Sherman, who was released from jail Thursday, was arraigned on 5 criminal charges that also include reckless endangerment of road workers and malicious mischief. They are all misdemeanors, punishable by up to 90 days in jail, or gross misdemeanors, punishable by up to 1 year. Sherman was belligerent, had been drinking heavily, and spoke of killing himself when he left his home in the Seattle suburb of Maple Valley late Tuesday, according to police reports. His wife, Ashley Sherman, called 911 tried to have the police to stop him. Police say he crashed his car in a construction zone early Wednesday along a busy highway east of Seattle, then tried to break into his in-laws' home in the suburb of Redmond. A worker said the driver entered the closed construction zone at 60 or 70 miles per hour and sped off after being confronted, shooting sparks from a wheel, then abandoned a disabled vehicle nearby. Sherman's father-in-law, Raymond Moss, told officers that he armed himself with a handgun and fired pepper spray at the NFL cornerback to protect his family as Sherman tried to bust in the door of Moss's home with his shoulder. Another of Moss's daughters pleaded with a 911 operator for officers to arrive quickly and told her children to hide in a bathroom behind a shower curtain, according to audio of the call. The family began to yell in fear, Raymond Moss told police. I used pepper spray on Sherman's face through the partially open door as he was still banging and attempting to gain entry. I told him to stop. I armed myself with my handgun at this time, fearing for the safety of myself and my family. Officers were cautious about arresting Sherman because of his size, strength, and belligerence, according to police report. After trying to de-escalate the situation, they decided to use less lethal force after warning Sherman that they would if he didn't comply with their orders. They could not use a taser because they worried about igniting whatever chemical Sherman's father-in-law had sprayed him with, and could not fire a beanbag round because they were too close. Instead, they released a police dog which bit his ankle and caused a minor cut as other officers wrestled with him to the ground, reports say. In February, King County prosecutors and the sheriff obtained an extreme risk protection order for Sherman, which barred him from having guns after a judge determined he posed danger to himself or others. Details of the case were sealed, and it was not immediately clear if any weapons had been seized from him. Ashley Sherman told police her husband had been on antidepressants and was receiving mental health counseling. The arrest was Sherman's first known involvement with the criminal justice system. In his statement, he thanked community members and his family for supporting him. At a court hearing Thursday, Sherman's attorney, Cooper Offenbecker, did not contest that probable cause had existed for the arrest, but he said Sherman should be released without bail and noted his good works in the community, including founding the Blanket Coverage Foundation, a charity that provides low-income students with school supplies and clothes. Sherman, 33, became a Seattle sports legend during 7 seasons with the Seahawks. Cornerback was a star in their run to a 2014 Super Bowl victory, making a game-saving play to deflect a pass in the NFC Championship game against the 49ers. He left the Seahawks after the 2017 season and played 3 seasons with San Francisco. He is now a free agent. Okay, so I wanted to read that story for really one real reason. Shout out to Sheep Stay Sleep TV, whose tagline basically is heal before you rebuild. Heal before you build. Richard Sherman has built. Richard Sherman, because of his profession and his success in that profession, he has mobility. He was able to get an education. He's quite articulate and intelligent. Of course, his profession successful as a football player. He's afforded leisure because of his wealth. Okay. So Richard Sherman has the external 5 covered. So what's the matter? What's wrong with him? What's happening to Mr. Sherman? Because see, according to a lot of people with backwards value system, he shouldn't have any complaints. There should not be any issues in his life. He's got money. He's got a woman. He's got mobility. He has a profession. He's able to travel anywhere in the world that he wants. He has education. He has the external 5 that this society would have us to believe is the be all end all of any issue that you might face, can all be resolved if you can only get your hands on the external 5. If that's the case, what is wrong with Mr. Sherman? His wife said that he's on antidepressants and that he has been seeking mental health care in a form of counseling. He himself said that he had been going through some challenging time over the past few months, which I doubt it has only been the past few months. And that's not an excuse for how he behaved, but he is going through issues, and he's saying that mental and emotional health issues are real, which we know that they are. So it would seem like to me that Mr. Sherman is missing the internal 5. Seems like the external 5 is incomplete because it's not the 5 life value system, it's the 10 life value system. So you need the other 5 to be complete. And he's incomplete because his spiritual value is suffering because his health value is suffering. What part of his health? His physical health is fine. But what about his mental health? What about his emotional health? What about that? What about the family value, which suffered a bit of damage, hopefully not any kind of permanent damages, but when you try to break into your in-laws' house to the point where they scared and calling the police, that's not a lightweight thing. and may tend to damage familial relationships. It has affected now his appearance value. Publicly, people are going to judge. Now, I don't personally judge the man because he's a man. Him being a football star doesn't stop him from being a human being. But his appearance value is taking a bit of a hit because people are going to associate, well, he's just another black man going to jail, because they all eventually end up there anyway, no matter what they do. And his dwelling is probably in an uproar due to the need for antidepressants. Because when a person is suffering from whatever mental issue he's suffering from, if he's taking antidepressants, then he's suffering from depression and suicidal ideation. That is major depressive disorder. He said in the article, he says that he was going to do something to himself. Okay? But he's got the external 5, Crimson Cure. He ain't got no problems. He got money. He's a good-looking man. He can get any woman he wants. He can travel anywhere that he wants. He's a successful NFL superstar. What's the problem? Somebody go ask Mr. Sherman what's the issue. Why is he suffering? Because he's suffering. This is like an outcry. This is a cry for help. This isn't something that anyone should use to ridicule him. This is a cry for help. He needs help. He needs somebody that's going to understand what's going on, because you can't tell me that this just started, because major depressive order does not just start from out of the blue. That lingers. That goes on for years, and it builds up. Who's going to help him address his internal 5? Who's going to help Richard address his internal 5? Or he doesn't need it, right? Because this society's value system is upside down. He doesn't need to pay attention to his internal. He doesn't need to pay attention to his spiritual value. He doesn't need to pay attention to his health value. He doesn't need these things, because money is all you need. Access is all you need. Women are all you need. Success in your business or career or profession is all you need. Right? All you need to do is to be handsome, 6 foot, whatever, and physically built. Right? That's the answer to all the problems. Right? That's the answer to the problems. What's going on with Richard Sherman? And I keep asking what's going on with him, not as a shot to him. But when we talk about these 10 life values, this is a real situation. That man really went on like a little bit of a tear, because he's asking for help. And men are not allowed to break down. Men are not allowed in this society to have a nervous breakdown, a mental breakdown. They're automatically seen as threats, especially black men. You see what the article said? They were scared because of his size and he was belligerent. He needed to be talked off the ledge, is what was going on. So again, I'm not saying what's going on with him as a way to belittle him. I'm asking those who say all you need are the external 5 and you'll be okay. He's not okay. Richard Sherman is not okay. And I hope that he actually receives the help and the support that he needs, because he needs support. He needs people that are going to rally around him and love on him and help him to undergo whatever mental health treatment that he needs, so that he can become a better version of himself, that he can become a better, more whole person. Because the money didn't make him whole. Traveling to and fro didn't make him whole. Winning the Super Bowl didn't make him whole. Did it? Sure, there are wonderful memories that he created. Sure, he had much success in his NFL career that's hopefully not over. Even though at 33, he's in the twilight of it. What about his mind? Concussions and things like that, I think they call it CTE, is something real for NFL players after they are no longer playing. Then the effects began to show themselves, usually as major depressive disorder and ideation of harming themselves and harming others. Look at what happened to Junior Seau. Right? Everybody said Junior Seau was a sweet person, and I believe that. But the effects of CTE, he couldn't take it. They actually said his family said that he told them, if I do something, have them to look at my brain. Have them to check my brain out, because there's something wrong with my brain. It's something wrong with me that I can't fix it. And in this society, men are expected to just muscle through it, just shoulder through it, just fix it, just get over it, just get around it. Whatever he's going through, just shoulder it and just man up and just do it. And you can't just do it all the time. Men are human beings. See, he's been busy being a human doing. Now it's time to be a human being, and he needs help. He needs help with that. He may not even know how to be a human being. He's so accustomed to being a human doing. People have wanted him around for what? Money, talent, whatever he could do for them. And I'm not just saying his family just wasn't there or whatever. I don't know what his family condition is. Hopefully they're supportive. Hopefully they'll show some understanding to him and extend their support to him. You have to heal before you build, or you risk destroying what has been built. That's why it's 10 life values, not 5, not 4, not 8, not 6.5, 10. Because we need the internal and the external to achieve balance. Notice that it is a wheel. 1 and 10 connect. It is a wheel. It is there, all 10 of them, to help people achieve balance within their lives. Just going after the external is an imbalance. And especially Black men are told that they are not anything if they don't have money. That they're not even worthy human beings if they don't have money, and if they don't let people use them for their money and their talent and things of that nature. It's a backwards value system that completely devalues and makes worthless the lives of men in general, Black men specifically. So sound off in the comment section for me. Tell me what you think of this story. Tell me what you think of the concept of healing before we build. Do we need to do that? Or is Richard Sherman just tripping? Tell me what you think. Sound off in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I am your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites. Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor, who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.